God bless me, bless me, bless me. My oh, my oh.
Hey again, everyone. It's Beatrice.
It's Olumide.
Ollie. Just kidding. Ollie B. We're bringing another video to you guys today. This one's on adjustment of status. So that's the stage that we're on right now. We pretty much waited till the last minute. Not really. It's not like we waited, but or we slacked off. We had so much to do in between. Yeah. But his visa is expiring.
A few days.
Yeah, in a few days. We've already done the whole marriage thing, the court wedding or court marriage, and now we have to file for the adjustment status. So we're gonna submit that today. But before we submit it, we want to show you guys how we put the packet together, just so you guys can have an idea when you're ready to file yours. So what is adjustment status?
Adjustment of status, it's when you come in with a non-immigrant visa into the United States, usually the K1 or the K1.
Yeah, it could be for ours is like the K1.
The K1, yeah.
But other people, let's say my parents were in Africa and I wanted to bring them over.
That's the relative one.
Yeah, that's a relative one. Yeah. Or let's say he didn't come on a K1 and he came on a visiting, and we fell in love and we got married. And he now is changing his status from like a visiting visa to a permanent resident. Yeah. So that's what the adjustment status is. You're changing your status.
You're changing your status from the visa you came into the United States to get a permanent residence.
Exactly.
So it comprises or contains different categories, forms, depending on the one you go for. They're optionals. So we have the I-485, which is the application for permanent residence. And we have the I-765, which is the EAD, that's the employment.
That's the work authorization.
Then we have the AP, which is the advanced parole. Yeah. Which is for those who wish to go home in case or travel outside the United States in case of any emergency.
I think it's a safe thing to do because even if you think like he thinks he won't go back to his country for a little bit. I think. Yeah. But let's say something happens and he needs to go back immediately. The advanced parole will allow him to go back and going out of the US is not the problem. But it's getting back in. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can. Yeah, exactly. You're right. Yeah, you can go out even if we didn't. Let's say he really had to go now. He can leave. He can leave. But if he wants to come back, good luck.
I'm telling you, that's where we're gonna get a hard time.
Yeah, exactly. So some people they'll want to file the work authorization right away because it's faster, but you actually have to pay for the actual, both forms, the AP and the work authorization, if you file them separately. Yeah. But if you file them together as one package and with the adjustment of status, then you don't have to pay for the work authorization, the EAD, separately, and the AP, the advanced parole. Yeah. So put them all together. It is pretty costly. I think we're paying, in 2018 we're paying $1,225. Yes, so it's a lot. I know a few years ago, I had a friend who did it, and she did not pay that much at all. She was surprised too. So
you should bear in mind how much the money is split into two. You have $85 for the biometric fees, and the $1,140 it's completely for the adjustment of status. So you guys are going to get the work authorization and the AP like a whole package. So it's like you're not paying for it because you paid for everything. Just like
exactly. You said, that's what it is. Yeah. So adjustment status takes it varies actually. It could take about 7 months to 14 months. It could even be faster. I know some people said that they got theirs within a few months, like a couple months.
The green card in 4 months.
Yeah, exactly. I even read someone got theirs in 2.5 months. Yeah. And some people waited like almost 2 years.
14 months, 18 months. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it just varies. It also, like you said, it depends on.
It depends on the state, yeah, because your states, if you have a high number of backlog files in your state, then you're going to have longer time of waiting. The processing time is going to take long. You know, so there's some states that have very small little population, and you know they're very effective. So maybe in that state they don't have high number of AOS files, so they will quickly, you know, try to clear those cases out of the way. So that results to you getting yours if you're from that state. If your spouse is from that state, you getting yours 4 months, 5 months. But if you are from the commercial states, the big states, the most populated or the most populated states,
that's us.
Yeah,
California,
you know, Texas. Yeah, you know, and all that. So you will have to have a good strength of patience.
Exactly. Yep. So another thing that we did include, that you have to include in the adjustment status, is another affidavit of support. You guys have probably seen my previous video on the affidavit of support for the K1 visa, and this one is now for the AOS. Yeah, and this one's legally binding. So it required a lot more information compared to the other one. It was a longer form. I did have to use a sponsor again. So I will show you, we will be showing you how we put the paperwork together so you guys can have an idea. So here is our packet. See how thick it is? That thick. So we have right here, this one first, it's the thickest. It's the AOS, the adjustment status. The next one is Form I-131, which is the advanced parole. And then Form 765, which is the work authorization, EAD. This is what we put first, the cover letter. And I can attach the PDF version of this below in the description box so you guys can have a look at it. Everyone's cover letter does look different. They just arrange it however way they want to. And this is how we decided to arrange it. So we did put that we have these packets enclosed, the adjustment status, the work authorization, and then we also put that we had the advanced parole. So the next page is the actual form. I don't remember if there's a template for this, but if there is, I will attach it below. So here are all the forms. Pretty long. So after that, we put his birth certificate, we put his passport, and his visa. They also asked for his travel document. This is called the I-94. And this is what he got when he first entered the US. So they asked for that. They asked for our NOA2 for the K1 visa. That's your 797. And then they asked for our marriage certificate. And our this is his vaccination sheet that he got from the medicals when he was in Nigeria. So they asked for that as well. And then we included a couple pictures from our wedding, our marriage. And this, like I said, or actually I haven't said this yet, but we're actually gonna have a real wedding next year. So this was just something we put together real quick, just because we had to. And this is the affidavit of support. So this one's mine as a petitioner. And so I filled it out, and I do have a sponsor, so I had to ask the sponsor to fill one out too. The same thing. I added 1 year tax transcript. I also gave explanations behind why I did that. I only had 1 year's, and I had added tax returns. I added W-2s as well. I think it's back there somewhere. I added a new employment letter because I did just get a job, a really good job, but I just played it safe to have a sponsor because I just started. So I included that to show that I did have a job. It's my employee letter. And I have my birth certificate. And then, and my passport. This is the sponsor's affidavit of support as well. And because the sponsor does make a pretty good money and they have their 3 previous tax transcripts, that's all we included. We didn't include pay stubs, W-2s, and I did read the instructions for the affidavit of support, and that's what they said, was that they mainly asked for the tax transcripts. I mean, if you want supporting documents, you can. And then I also added their naturalization document because you have to add like proof of U.S. sponsorship. I mean, it's not sponsorship, citizen. And I just got their naturalization instead of their passport. So that's it. So that's it for the AOS. The other 2 are the same, so I'm only going to show you one. So again, we have the passport photos. Here is, this is something I actually didn't show you for the first one, for the AOS, but we have it for every single page. And this is called the e-notification of application petition acceptance. We'll just put his information and they will text him and email him once they receive the documents. So we have that for each one of these pages. So here's the travel document form. So there is one, let's just say for the 765, the work permit authorization, they have, it has its own form as well. So this is the form. We ordered it the same. It looks exactly the same for the work authorization. We also have the I-94 again, which is that travel document that shows him when he entered the U.S. And then we also have his passport page again. And then the last thing is the visa. So that's how we put this together. It's very identical to this one as well. That's why I don't have to show that. We also need to we're getting a money order, so that's why we don't have that present, but we'll attach it to the front. And you address the money order to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security for $1,225. And then in the memo, excuse my mistake, you write form I-85, or you write I-485 form plus biometrics fee. That's what we put. We're addressing it to P.O. Box 805887 in Chicago, Illinois. If you mail it through FedEx, UPS, and DHL, you mail it to a different address. So that's something that you have to look up and get the address yourself. But if you mail it through USPS, the post office, this is the address that you mail it to. So just make sure you guys check that first. And then we're gonna just put this folder inside this one. And that's how we're shipping it out. And that's how we completed this form, or this whole packet. So we're gonna send that out today, and we'll give you guys, I guess, a timeline or our progress as we keep going. And that's it. So we hope that the video helped. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you guys have video suggestions, please let us know and we can explain and show you guys how we put things together, because so far our whole process has been very successful. So we do a lot of research. So if you guys have any questions, ask us. Feel free. Yeah. You have anything to say?
No, I just want you guys to just stay strong.
Yes.
Hold each other together.
Yes.
And trust me, you guys will definitely end up being with each other.
Yes. All right.
All right. Cheers. Bye.
See ya.